Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the New You Life launch call. My name is Diamond Ambassador Paul Capozio, and what does Diamond Ambassador mean? Well, Diamond Ambassador means I've hit a level in this business where I've maximized all the potential commissions that you can make, and that's what we're doing. It's kind of like a black belt in karate, and people think a black belt in karate means that you're this expert fighter. No, what a black belt means is that you've mastered the basics. And once you've mastered the basics, you're able to really help and coach and train other people as you get better and better. I want you to share a little bit about the purpose of this call. There's a reason for it. And I want people to understand, those who are watching and those who are inviting to this call, what the purpose of this call is all about. It's all you, Peg. Thank you so much.
Hi, Paul. Thank you. So we do this call a few times a week, different time zones. And the purpose of this call is to help people who have just gotten started in the business or who have been doing this with us for a while. It's just it's a great way to present information, to let you know if you're a guest here, to let you know if this is a good fit for you, if we're a good fit for you. And as one of my partners said recently, it's a good way to get 3 hours of information in 30 minutes, right? So thank you for that, Julie. So we're really happy that you're here. So just as Paul said, relax. And I'm really happy to introduce my business partner and mentor who will be hosting the call, Paul Capozio. He's a brilliant business person, generous, and he's very successful. And I like to say he's got a Jersey sense of humor that I appreciate. So over to you, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Peg. I appreciate that. So I wanted you to understand what the purpose of the call is. And now we're going to kind of get into that. We're not going to teach you the nuts and bolts of exactly how to do it. That's for a later call. We're going to tell you what we do and why we do it. And I'm going to share my screen a little bit because we're going to go really, really quickly through these slides. But I want you to just get an overall view of the business, because you may have gotten a video before you got here, or somebody told you, oh my God, I'm so excited about this whole thing. And what is it? And this is what we're going to go, the what is it? We're going to talk about the company. We're going to talk about the products. We're going to talk about the actual way that we make money in this business. Now, if you're thinking about, oh my God, I got to be a salesperson, some of us are. Some of us are admins, and what we do is we figure out what skill set you're good at, and we put you in that skill set. Some people just like to hide behind their phone and send a whole bunch of texts, and some people like to get on TikTok and dance around and generate interest. We'll show you all of that at a later date. But what I'm going to tell you is anyone can do this. So can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see this? Just somebody let me know. So you're your own boss. And that's the big thing. Everybody wants to be a boss babe, or they want to have their own side hustle. And side hustle is the biggest thing. 45% of all people in the United States have some sort of side hustle. Most of that 45% aren't making a penny doing it. And you may have seen things like this before and said, oh, I know that. And that's one of those selling things. Here, that's the mechanism. I want to tell you why this one is successful. I worked on Wall Street. I was at the head of sales and marketing for a $1.5 billion company. I retired about 7 years ago from that. And I found this about 4.5, almost 5 years ago, came in as a customer, loved the product so much. Our friends and family started buying it from us. And then we took this into an international business with tens of thousands of distributors all over the world. You may not want to get that big. You may just want to get 4 or 5 people in so you could use the product and not have another expense. You may want to just outpace inflation because your price of gas and groceries are going up. We'll get into all of that, but the best part about this is setting your own schedule. When I talk to people about starting their own business, they want to tell me, look, I want to stay home, or I got my parents living with me, or I don't want to expose my children to COVID, or I don't want to go back into the office environment. I'm so used to working from home, or my hours have been cut because my company isn't doing as well as it was. These are all true stories that are happening for millions of people across the US and across the world. We hear the current administration in the White House telling us that, hey, inflation's not just here, it's all over the world. So I have people in China and Australia and New Zealand, all of these people who are looking for something extra. You know, this thing has hit all over the world. We could work anywhere we choose. I happen to be at my desk right now, but I could be, in St. Croix. It's a place that we like to go, or I could be on the beach in Florida. I could be anywhere. As long as I have a phone, I could be building the business. Now, like I said, you set your limits. If you want to put 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night for this business, so be it. All I ask you is, and if you want to put, 40 hours a day in, a week, you can do it. Here's what I'll tell you. To get started, you cannot work 40 hours a week. You have to be able to build up a system that's going to attract people to you. This is not necessarily, my brother-in-law is not in the business. My brother is not in the business, but I have tens of thousands of strangers all over the world who want something more. They have a level of dissatisfaction that they want to do something about. So we're going to watch a quick video now that talks about the company before I start telling you about all the great numbers that we're doing. So here we go.
Why does a company make a product? For some, it's about making money. For others, it's about trying to build something. For New You Life, it's about changing lives. It's about empowering you to be authentic. We've changed the world with the category creating liquid gold Somaderm and have improved hundreds of thousands of lives. We've developed the most comprehensive, powerful skincare and transformation products on the market. We create products with ingredients that build you better and bring vitality to your life through systemic hormone balance. Now it's time to go beyond. It's time to take the DNA of success and create the future of what hormone health looks like. New technology to inspire your team and drive connection through a world-class app experience. New leadership to drive the pace. New ways to impact your community. New products that bring youthfulness to your life through healthy, balanced hormones. New opportunities to achieve happiness and a community where you belong. We're going where no company has gone before. We're developing products that have never existed. We're pushing the boundaries of science and technology. And it's all to empower you with the best products the world has ever seen. We are the Hormone Health Company, and we do what we do to transform lives. Everything we do has one purpose in mind. It's all about you.
So we talked about the Hormone Health Company. There are so many products out there. You could walk down any aisle in a grocery store and walk past about a couple of thousand items you don't want to find the item you do want. But one thing we all are that's happening to us is we're all getting older. So when you have products that give you the ability to create a better environment for aging, where you could empower your own body to support itself with hormones, and there's many people on this call, I'm going to call on for them to share a little bit of their story about the product and why they chose the business. And I hope you really stick around for them to do that. Alexi Goldstein is the formulator and founder. Every product we sell, you can see a bunch of them behind me, every product we sell was his brainchild. In fact, our main product, this product, Somaderm, I'm going to talk to mostly about tonight, was developed over 20 some odd years ago, has an FDA registration, is being used by thousands, hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. We sold about 7 million bottles of it. Now you're going to say, well, Paul, that screen says we pre-launched the company in November of 2017, but you're telling me it's a 20-year-old product. When Alexi had people coming in and out of his stores in Northern California, in the San Francisco Bay Area, and this product was on the shelf, the people who tried it would tell their friends about it, and those friends would get in their cars, drive down to Alexi's shop, and they would ask them to try the product. He said, my buddy is using it. The product is absolutely phenomenal. He tells me he's looking great, feeling great about it. I believe him. I want to buy the product too. So that word of mouth is probably the best way that we can communicate what we do. So this business, New You Life, was formed to allow us to share it with people. And a call like this, or maybe a one-on-one call, many people build this business purely as a customer program, meaning they're just looking for customers. They're not looking for business builders to work with them. I happen to build it with business builders, people all over the world who want a side hustle, love representing great products. So I want to talk to you about this product that everybody wants. And why does everybody want it? We're getting older. Just mute out, guys. Look at some of the things that happen with this product. People are experiencing fat loss and energy and memory and sleep, and they're increased in libidos, and then just working out, that recovery. Sometimes you go for a hike and you got to sit on the couch for 2 days to get over the soreness. Well, that doesn't happen with a product like this. A lean muscle mass, bone density increases. My parents are experiencing that. They're 89 years old, have experienced an improvement in their bone health. Now, how could one product do all of this? It's not. It's your body. Once we support your hormones and get you into proper hormone balance, which is known as homeostasis, where your thyroid, your pituitary, and your adrenal glands are all functioning properly and communicating. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. Crow's feet are going to go away. Your liver's going to function better. You're going to work out and you're going to have less soreness like you did when you were younger, right? Maybe you could have a couple of drinks and you're not going to feel like so headachy the next day because your body's going to be able to recover like it did. So what I'm going to show you is some before and afters, and I want you to look at this, and I want some of the people that are here, I want them to share an audio testimonial. But let's look at a couple of pictures. I want to show you Danielle here. Tremendous weight loss, but there's also a tone to her body and the way the fat has been depleted from her body. Look at Peg in the lower left-hand corner. I want you to look at the shape of her face, the shape of her nose, underneath of her eyes before the gel, and look 4 years later. The results are almost surgical. Right? So when you have these type of results, you could see the difference in what hormone does in reversing the aging process, but also in the way our bodies look and feel. When you just say, I don't feel right, doc, or something's not me, I'm not me anymore. You're not. As your hormones deplete, you're not you anymore. But look at the younger people. These are people in their late 20s and early 30s, right? The young faces there. That's tremendous difference. Look at the girl all the way to the lower right. She has this round cheruby face, and look, she's now an Instagram model, and that person was inside there. So even younger people are having hormonal issues. The woman up above, too, I want you to look at the smile lines that are reduced, the eye lines that are reduced. This is some tremendous stuff. So what I want to do is I want to kind of turn it over to our team, and I want you to share. I don't know who wants to share, so I need somebody to raise a hand to share about what the product has been doing for you as a product, and then how you incorporated the business into it, because I think most of the people, if not all of the people here, are involved in the business as well. So who would like to share? Give me a 1-minute testimonial. It's not hard. Okay, Brooke. Go ahead, Brooke.
Hi. Thank you so much. So I started feeling the results of the Somaderm within the first week and a half. My mood went from, just really all over the place to kind of a really calm, natural energy. I was just able to handle really stressful situations so much better. And so that was kind of my first experience. As time went on, about 3 months in, my hip flexors became more flexible. I no longer had to adjust myself as I got up and down off of the floor. And I pretty much, like, from the get-go, decided, after I realized that I could do this business, I kind of dove in, and my personal growth, my mindset and everything I just have never experienced so much personal growth in a short amount of time, about 1.5 years. And I am so thankful for all of it.
That's fantastic. And I love the fact that you're getting personal growth. Would you share a little bit about the support you get? Because I think a lot of people want to do a side business, and they said, I got so much to learn about the products and so much to learn about the business. And then, who's going to guide me? So would you talk a little bit about the support that we give? And before you do that, William, I don't know if you're traveling in the car, you're in DC, California, but you're relatively new to the business and you're a very successful guy. You speak before Congress and you've joined us too. So I don't know if you're willing to share a little bit about how you found the product and then what made you join the business. And I know you're brand new, so I hate to put you on the spot, brother, but I'm gonna try.
So this is my first MLM business, or business in the direct sales. So I really didn't know what it was all about. It was a special product. I knew that, and I was super duper passionate about it. Once I felt, the benefits, and then, you get into the massive amount of support. And we have such a family unit here. And even on a daily basis, there's, you can reach out to anyone. It really doesn't matter what rank you are, because we are family and we help each other across the board, across teams. It is such an amazing group of people and such an amazing family unit. And we all have something to offer. And so we kind of feed off of each other, people's strengths and weaknesses. We can kind of come together and work through those things.
Well, remember, people that are really shy have a place in this business. People who are really extroverted have a place in this business. Even people who don't even speak the English language are in this business and growing it all over the world. And we'll show you how we do that. And I know it sounds too good to be true, but it's not. It's just sometimes you find something that works. And sometimes when you go with people. So, William, all right, go for it, brother.
And so,
all right, go for it.
A little bit about myself. I'm involved in several businesses. I've started businesses. I manage very large businesses. I'm a board member on the largest water district in the United States, 600,000 acres, some of the most productive farmland in the world. I'm very passionate about business, but sometimes it gets stressful and you got to make a change. And so I decided that I needed to get healthy, and I started doing intermittent fasting, and I cut back my drinking alcohol, and I was just trying to get my life right, get my mind right. And someone turned me on to a bottle of Somaderm in that process. And so I started using it, and I was getting tremendous results, but I think I had half a bottle. And so I went through it and then, got lazy and looked on Amazon and tried to buy some and not have to put my credit card in. And, I ordered some kind of, knockoff that didn't work. And so I used it for a while, gave it a chance. And then I said, man, I really need to get that Somaderm stuff. So I tried to figure out how to buy some. And you have to become a distributor or how the process works. I was like, well, that seems more valuable for me to at least go that route. And then, I ran into Paul, and I mean, he's a superstar, amazing individual that has so many talents. And, I just like to be involved and associated with people like that. And so the product works, and you can have a business that you're supported. I mean, you could start a business without having to build all the infrastructure that, believe me, I've started a news organization recently, a few years into it now, a digital news organization. And it takes a lot of effort to go from zero, and you don't have to go from zero with Somaderm and New Life, because they have the back office, they have the support, they have everything. And they have a huge team of people that are willing to mentor you, coach you, and teach you. And so, that's why I'm involved. Paul really talked me into it, and not because, he was a hard sell. It was because of the kind of person he is. I gravitate to people like that. And he's a businessman, and he knows how to get the job done. And so I'm here to help any way I can.
So here's the deal. I don't want to undersell William because, like I said, speaks before Congress, on the boards of water authorities, manages one of the largest agricultural businesses with cattle, with almonds, tomatoes. I mean, this guy's a mega player, and I like to talk to mega players. And let me tell you why. When I talk to family members about a business opportunity, like, oh my God, what is it now? What is this? But yet when I talk to high level business players like William and Alex Stern and so many other people that I've recruited into this business, you're going to see that they're more willing. They see the opportunity. They see the bigger picture. They understand that this is a business that for a couple of $100, they could scale internationally just by introducing it to people while they're doing their other things. Like some people invest in the stock market. Some people will fix and flip houses. Some people will invest in real estate, right? Some people buy cryptocurrency. I have all of that and this as well. And this is probably one of the biggest streams of income that I have. So here's a little bit about the business. Let me share with you my screen, and let's talk about this business idea that some of you are saying, I still don't know if it's anything real. In all the companies who do this, there's a top 100, and there's tens of thousands of companies who do this. There's tens of, go down the supermarket aisle, you see so many companies selling products, right? Now, we're not a protein shake or a lipstick or a weight loss pill, like you could buy this Hydroxycut or whatever in any store, right? Why would I tell my people to represent a product that there's so many competing products? William told you he could not replace this product somewhere else. That's the advantage for you as a small business owner selling a product that they could only get from you or another distributor. Now, you could sign up just as a customer, right? You don't have to be a distributor, or you could sign up as a distributor and you could start gradually bringing a few people in, even just to cover the cost of your product. But out of all the companies, we're a 4.5-year-old company. In our 4th year, we were listed 40th in the world of companies who do what we do. Just recently, the Direct Selling News is the company that the magazine that really keeps track of this industry. It's like an industry magazine. And we were ranked 4 in the world in the Digital Momentum Index, meaning we're a digital marketing company and we have a presence online. Guess what? If you don't have a presence online, you're not really engaging in today's economy. And we were ranked number 3 by Direct Selling News of the fastest, best opportunity to get involved with. I want to give you some numbers. 60 million we did on our first year. In 2019, we did 150 million. In 2020, at the onset of a pandemic, we did $232 million. Last year, we did $270 million. Guys, this is a business that's growing with a product that people want and are continuing to buy. We've sold over 7.5 million bottles. You can market this product. I want to show you some of the faces. Many are on this screen with us already. Tina Goebel is a teacher, a mom involved with so many projects, childhood cancer issues, and she's got an amazing story. We don't have time for you to share everyone, but Melanie Jordan, okay, I remember doing a call for Melanie Jordan explaining this business to one of her prospects. Even though she's capable of doing it completely on her own, we use a system called the 3-way call. I was explaining it while she is dressing a moose. Right? She lives in the North Pole. I love telling the story. She literally she's Santa Claus's neighbor, right? Has 9 children of her own, has raised numerous numbers of children. She's got the biggest heart, I think. I mean, she's the company mom, okay? But these are the type of people, the Williams of the world, the Tinas of the world, the school teachers, Melanie Jordan, Peg Tucker, who you saw in the video, opened up this call. And these are the people that are going to help you. I mentioned Alex Stern before, and there's Angel Chandler. How about somebody who's been in the industry as a top earner for 10 years and came here because of what she found in this new startup company that's done over $800 million worth of business in almost 5 years? Sir Alex Stern, yes, he's been knighted by the Royal Order of Constantine. He's a knight. He was the original co-founder of Constant Contact, and he sold that company or exited out of the company for over $1.1 billion. And he feels that this is something that everyone should have in their portfolio. So a little bit about our mission, because I don't want to keep you guys too long. Changing lives, either financially or health-wise. I'd love for you to ask someone to send you my wife's video about why I'm here, what it did for her with her Hashimoto's disease, and how great she felt. And within 2 days with this Somaderm product, she was sleeping better. Within a week and a half, she was noticing less discomfort in her joints from her rheumatoid arthritis. I told her she was crazy. Okay, so I'm not going to just give you all roses and everything's perfect. I said, no way this product could do what you said it's going to do. I was wrong. I was proved wrong 2.5 weeks in when I was sleeping better, when my mood was better, when Linda told me I wasn't flying off the handle as much. So this product is real. I've decided to make this my main goal. I retired 7 years ago. I found this 4.5, almost 5 years ago. And the reason I'm doing it is I want what's called positive cash flow retirement, right? We retired 7 years ago, but now I have money coming in that I live off of so that my retirement now becomes my legacy to my children. Now, I don't know what your reason is, and we're going to get to that in a second. There's got to be a reason for you to really want to do this. Now, I'm going to tell you how we make money real quick, and then I run a drive home that if you don't have a reason to want to make this work, whether it be additional income or you didn't put away enough money for retirement, you have to do something. If not this, something. So I want to tell you about retail commissions. Everybody gets a website. Now, however you do it, dancing on TikTok, calling up a friend, we send them to our website and they can go and buy one of our many products. There's way more products. There's a weight management product. There's an immune product. There's a brain product, the most powerful brain product to hit the industry. I'm not even talking about them tonight. I just want to stay focused on talking to you about the main product and the business. So retail commissions, you settle bottle, you make up to $45 a bottle. Now, there's team acquisition bonus, the purple dot that's right underneath the green dot. Every time you bring someone into the business, that you bring a customer, you get paid. You bring a business partner, you get paid. Like I introduced William to the business. I signed him up. I actually got paid based on when he signed up. Now, As he came in, he's brought people into business already. He brought a gentleman by the name of Warren into business. So that goes to team commissions. We're going back up now to the dark green dot. Team commissions are as we build our teams, other people are buying, selling, bringing people in. That creates points that we get paid on weekly. So every commission we get paid weekly. Our fourth way we make money is a coaching bonus. Everyone on this call, from an executive promoter up, is going to receive a coaching bonus. When they help someone that they introduced the business to get someone in the business, they're going to get a percentage of that team acquisition bonus. This is a way that people, not only do you make money on what you do, you can make a percentage on helping other people bring people into the business. This can be exponential because your team can grow tremendously, right? The last one, the gold one, is my favorite. It's matching bonus. You could make up to 15% additional on top of the other three bonuses. You could make an additional 15% or 10% or 5%, depending on where they fall in your organization, on top of everyone else's paycheck that you've introduced to the business. That is where you build legacy income in this business. By me helping the people on this call get their paychecks as big as possible, guess what? I'm rewarded for that. So if somebody on this call, and I've had plenty of people make over $100,000 a year in this business, I could make, I'll give you a perfect example, as a fireman from New York City. His name is Rocco Berardi. He's made consistently over six figures in the business, and I make at least $15,000 a year just for having him on my team, and it doesn't cost him a penny. Okay? Now, here's the big sale. This is what it costs you to get started in this business. $199, and you get a bottle of this gel and you try it and you start it. And we notice the reason we want you to really use the product is the people who have a result, which is about 97% of the people who try the product get a positive result. 80% of those feel something in the first 2 weeks that they know it's working for them. We ask you to stay committed for 3 months on the product to let you know really what this product is doing for you. So for $199, you get your first bottle. You get your 1-year membership. You get a website, which has absolutely been redesigned. The company is constantly reinvesting into itself. I told you we did over $800 million worth of business. We paid out over $400 million, close to 380, because we didn't do quite 800,000. We did 700 and change. We've paid half that out in commissions to people like me and the people you see on this call. That's over $380 million have been paid out already from New You Life because they pay us to market their products. Now, if you're really serious about the business, I want you to think about a 4-pack or an 8-pack for $599 or $1,089. It doesn't put you in a higher level. There's no monkey business. You get paid by what you do. But I will tell you, we bought an 8-pack, my wife and I. Why? Well, we figured we knew we had to be on it for at least a month. So we had 2 bottles for that. I was joined on Christmas Eve. I had a house full of people. 4 or 5 other people said I wanted a bottle. They wanted a bottle as well. So then we had 1 or 2 bottles left over that we actually sold to make some of our money back. So it's really up to you, but where are you going to be in a business that you could make unlimited income if you push it hard, okay, where you're going to get in for $1,000 or $1,100 for a business? You go try to start a business. It's funny. I talk to a lot of people, and we're almost done, guys. This is the last slide. We talk to a lot of people. And I talk to a lot of people like, well, I really would like a job. I want to work from home. Maybe I can have some sort of a customer service job. And I'll say, well, how much money are you thinking that you wanted to make in that job? How much money do you need to survive a month? And he'd be like, well, $5,000, $10,000. I said, really? I said, so if you worked 40 hours a week and you wanted to make $5,000, you would need to be paid $31 an hour to make that kind of money every month. And that's not including after they take the taxes out. So a lot of people don't realize that what they think is going to work for them, they haven't thought it all the way through. So if you haven't thought your life all the way through, I want you to realize that, to have life-changing income is not going to happen at minimum wage. To have life-changing income is not even going to happen. $5,000 a month, I'm sorry, is not life-changing income. It will change your current situation, but it's not going to affect generations. And the only way you're going to do that is to have a small business. Imagine, how about I can tell you that you can get that kind of an income by doing an hour or 2 a day. I started this business 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night. And I added time as I saw my success rise, because I realized the more time I invest, the better it's going to be. And I never spend 40 hours a week doing this business. I may do it by editing or doing calls or things like that, but I'm not grinding away or getting in my car like I used to travel to 14 Wall Street. Look it up. That was my address. 14 Wall Street every day. And I thought I was a big fancy schmancy guy with the parking space and the big Mercedes. And I realized I was trading my life for money. People say, don't trade your time for money. No, I was trading my life for money. So I made a big change here. So guys, I want to show my last slide because I just want to invoke some emotion in you. Okay. Because if I don't invoke some emotion in you, things are going to be, you're going to be exactly where you are right now, a year from now. Because you could poo-poo this, you could say, oh, it's not possible. You don't know that. Because you'll see people around you every single day find success because they got their hustle on. So if you're looking for your side hustle, I want you to look at some of the people on this. So maybe it's your family. Okay, Mr. Wang there. Okay, he's in Nigeria. Okay, he wants this business to change his family's life. Okay, maybe he's got it harder over there, so he's more motivated. Or me, I have a disabled son that I want to care for the rest of his life. What is it that's going to make you get off it? And maybe you're like William, who's very financially successful, but he knows that he needs to add more things to his portfolio because things change in life. Someday I'll tell you my story. And if you want to get to know my story about how we lost $13 million on Wall Street, I'll tell you that story. Look in the middle, there's a helicopter. Let's not get so gloom and doomy. Look at that helicopter right there. That's not some picture I grabbed off the internet. That picture is actually some of the people that are on this call and on this team who, part of our compensation plan, which is not in those 5 things I told you about, is to go to Hawaii. There's a lot of people on this call who went to Hawaii. I won the trip to Mexico. I won the trip to Hawaii. There's a trip to Costa Rica. I'm already qualified for that trip, right? This is some of the things where you can go and you could be together with people who are like mind. What did William say about me? He wants to be around people. Well, I want to be around people like him. And once a year, we get to go on a trip. Those of us, for the same thing we're going to do anyway, find our own personal success. The company rewards us to thank us for all the hard work we did that year. Because remember, they're benefiting too. You could see Hawaii down in the lower right. That's the same trip. Maybe it's a new house. Maybe it's your first house. Maybe it's a house that you could actually fit in with all the people in, or maybe a new car. I don't care what your passion is. Find something to drive you. It's called your why. Your why is your reason to do something, travel, saving for education. Maybe your kid got accepted to an Ivy League school and you never thought he was going to graduate high school. And here you are faced with a tuition bill. No matter what it is, if you don't have that passion, you're not going to find the time to do something like this, even if it's 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night. Now, if you don't have a why, or you're working on it, or you just don't like that whole law of attraction mumbo jumbo, well, then let me give you a daily method of operation. 5 things to do 5 times a day that you can get done within a half an hour or an hour, and you could start building this business. And if it's not this, do something. Start thinking about what you dream about. And I want to hand it over to some of our other people on this call. If anyone else would like to share, or if you have any questions, we're going to leave it open for that right now. So everybody, what do you think? That's our presentation. It's concluded. Anybody like to share a little bit? Did I fire anybody up tonight? Come on, guys, unmute. This is it's a democracy, not a dictatorship.
I'm fired up. Great presentation.
All right, good. I'm sorry?
I said, I'm fired up. Great presentation. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And imagine all you need to do is you could literally join tonight and you can invite somebody to this call. We do one on Saturday, we do one on Wednesday, and we could literally do one of these calls every single night. But if you just take the time to learn how to invite a few people to take a look at an opportunity, I'm going to tell you this too. Maybe you're not ready right now. How about I let you try before you buy? How about you invite next week or on Saturday, you reach out to the person who invited you and you invite 20 people and you tell them this: I don't want you to buy anything. I don't want you to join anything. I'm really thinking about starting this new business and I'd love your opinion of it. Come on and listen to this guy with a really bad Jersey accent and he's going to tell us about this business. And you try before you buy. Okay? And I tell you what, you get 3 of them to join, I'll pay your way into this business for $199. That's how much I believe in it. All right, guys, thank you so much. I love you all. We're going to say goodnight. I'm going to go home and have a bite to eat. So long.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.